It represents the worldly system. And then you are in this world, right? So I'm going to talk to different kind of people, different levels, whatever level you are at. I'm going to talk to you like that, right? So everybody else is saying, man, we're going to bow down. If we don't bow down, this king is going to throw us in the fire. That's what he's saying, yeah? That's what they're going to do. But then this guy says, no, we're not going to bow down. We're not going to bow down and bow down to this image. So it's the same thing as you and me in this situation. You have a chance to sleep with any girl you want, for the guys. Seriously, if you really wanted to sleep with a girl, you can do it. Am I lying? Okay, you probably haven't tried, but... What I'm saying is, you can do it. You have the ability to, yeah? Yeah? You can do it. You have the ability. This is real. It's been real. You have the... What I mean you have the ability is you have the tools. You have the capacity. You have the energy. Right? Cool. I like this dude. You have it. Yeah, you know, it's been real. You have the, and it's the same thing with your girls. You can sleep with any guy you want, innit? If you wanted to. Well, I don't know about any guy you want, because then you have to go into all this guy is cool, and you have to get him, and how to get, you know. But technically, you can sleep with a guy if you wanted to. Come on, how difficult is it? You just go to a guy and say, I like you, and, you know, I was feeling you, and, you know. You could do it. Am I lying? If you wanted to, can you not do that if you wanted to? You could do it. I'm being real, isn't it? You could do it. But these guys now, they have the pressure of doing it. Now, there's a difference between you choosing to go to a woman and say, yo, I'm here. Let's do it. Or a guy. And the pressure. So imagine, ladies, a guy comes in to the room. He was wearing a robe, and then he just takes off the robe. And he's naked and everything. He's like, baby, I'm yours. Whatever you want to do. And he's got all the packs. Yeah? You like the muscles and everything? You got all the muscles and everything. So what's up? Alright? And gentlemen, this works better with guys. Alright, you're chilling in your crib, you're listening to music and everything, yeah? And this girl comes in the room. Yo, who's it? It's Shanae. Who's Shanae? I don't know no Shanae. Yeah, you fine. You open the door anyway. I want to see who the Shanae lady is. She walks in and she, you know, she's like a size 8, yeah? That's the best size?
0.
She's a size 0.8. Yeah, right? And what she does is she just comes in the room and she's like, I've been looking at you, boy. And listen, here I am. Just take it. What you want to do? Take it. Let's do it. Now, I know I used extreme examples, but this is what's happening in the world. This is exactly what's happening in the world. You say, let me just flirt with the girl. There's nothing wrong with flirting, yeah? Yeah, it's just flirting, you know. What's wrong? You know, the guy said, I look fine. And I said, yeah, you know, so bad yourself and everything. There's nothing wrong with flirting, right? That's what people would say. But here's what happens is everything begins from somewhere. It starts with flirting. And then you continue flirting. And then you can't forget about the guy. You know? And then after that, everything escalates. Now you're thinking about the guy. Right? You might not think about it naked yet. But you think about it. And then the more you think, the more you want. Because the Bible says, as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. Right? Now, flirting, according to Jesus, is already cheating. So if you flirt with someone, it's as if you already slept with them. But Jesus, what you mean? I just thought about them. But what he's saying is, after some time, the more, if you allow yourself to think about this person more and more, the only thing that separates you from thinking about the person and you sleeping with the person is what? The opportunity to do it, isn't it? If you've meditated so much in your mind that, man, if I had the chance, whoo, I would tear her apart. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm being real, right? This is truth. This is the only thing that separates you from you thinking like that and you actually physically doing it is you getting the opportunity to do it. Because if that girl you've been thinking about all day just comes in the room and she's like, whoosh, okay, you might be shocked a little bit. But then if you knew your friends were watching, you know, you're a man now, you know, oh, yeah, and then you do whatever you do, right? So, this is what it is. The world is putting so much pressure on us as young people to drink, to smoke, to do things. Because you're not cool if you don't wear this shoe. You're not cool if you don't, you haven't slept with a girl? What do you mean you haven't slept? Psst. Man, I'm on my 20th girl. You haven't even slept with your first girl? That's what the world is telling you. Now, you hear me saying the world. What is the world? What is the world? It's the system that's operating. When you're born again, you're taken from the system of the world and you're putting it to God's system. So there are two forces operating all the time. Everything that you do, every decision that you make, it's going to help empower one system. This is it. No matter what you do, no matter what you say. That's why the Bible says every idle word you say, you're going to be judged for it. God, you're kind of tough on me. But it's the truth. Because people's like, yeah, this is my favorite example. People are like, oh, it just happened. Am I lying? It's the truth, isn't it? It just happened. I don't know, it was so quick, it's everything. You know, she was in the room and I don't know what happened and I got crazy and one thing led to another and she's pregnant. Right? And then I ask this question. When you go to the shops, do you just say, oh, I just got here. I don't know how I got here, actually. I just got here. If you walk to the shops, yeah? If you go to the bathroom, if you leave your bedroom to go to the bathroom, let's say your bathroom is downstairs and your bedroom is upstairs. Do you just say, oh, I just arrived here. I don't know what happened. You know, 1 minute I was thinking, oh, I need to go to the bathroom. The next minute I'm in the bathroom. Wow, that's kind of cool. It's the same thing. You took steps. You went off the bed, did you? You walked, you opened the door, you close the door, maybe if you don't. You go downstairs, you open the toilet door, you're in the toilet. It's the same thing. Every action needs a reaction for the action to come to pass. You understand? So basically, wherever you are in life, here's what I hear my pastor always saying. Wherever you are in life is because of the decisions that you've made. And this is the truth. Even if you make the slightest of decisions and you think this won't affect anything, you actually end up at this big place and you're like, I don't know how I got here. But if you actually trace down the footsteps you took, all the places you went, you realize that you actually arrived at this place because you allowed yourself to get there. Do you get me? Now, what I'm talking to you today about is about those decisions. I'm talking about you through that process where people are saying to you, let's do this, let's do that. Not even people, yourself. You're saying to yourself, let me do this, let me do that. That's what I'm going to talk to you about today. That process. Because that process differentiates the people who stand up and the people who bow down. You get me? That's what I'm going to talk. Because everybody talks to you. Yeah, people tell you, like, don't sin. Am I lying? That's what they say, even. Don't sin. But you're like, how do I know how not to sin? What do I do? That's what you want, isn't it? You want the process. You want to know what to do. If I apply this and apply that, this is what's going to happen. Let me show you something else. You might say, fine. If I do this, then everybody else is going to think I'm whack. Right? That's what they're going to think. They're going to think that I'm whack. They think I'm not cool or anything like that. Right? But let me ask you this. Who defined the word cool? Right? So, you know the people say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So cool is in the eyes of the beholder. Because who said this is beautiful and this is not beautiful? Who said that? People. But why did they say that? I can if I'm people and if I say this is beautiful, I can also be people and say this is not beautiful. Can I not? Yes. So if people say this is cool, I can be people